It's the GOAT here, the greatest of all time, sports traveler, with the sun hitting me on 21 December. And while I'm near the camera, did I mention to you, I'm still pretty? You know that song by Van Morrison? Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you lately that I'm pretty? I just did. So you may be wondering, why am I so close to the camera? Because I'm pretty, but also because it's windy. I'm here in the Marshall Islands at the National Football Stadium. Now I am facing the ocean, and the wind is coming in strong. Because if I let go of this tripod on my camera go bye-bye. I can't afford to let my tripod and camera go bye-bye. I've already broken a few tripods, and only one camera so far since 22 August. Which, given my tracker, it's pretty damn good. Well, I want to keep it that way. So I'm going to back up a little bit. If the winds pick up, I'm coming back towards you. That's okay, you'll see the prettiest thing that ever lived. So, they're renovating this National Football Complex in Majuro, M-A-J-U-R-O, Atoll, A-T-O-L-L, the main airport in the Republic of the Marshall Islands, which declared its independence in 1986 during the Ronald Reagan administration in the United States of America. Prior to that, Marshall Islands, the Federated States of Micronesia, I did not get Amnesia, I visited there, and Palau all had compact free association agreements, and many of them still have agreements with the U.S. for military defense. In fact, I met a guy in Micronesia who served in the U.S. Navy. I thanked him for his service, as my father served in the Air Force. And yet he's not a U.S. citizen. He's from Micronesia. So there's all these unique agreements in some of the Pacific Islands going back to the Second World War, when the U.S. defeated Japan and the Nazis. So, National Football Stadium, I'm going to give you a little panorama here so you can get a good sense of kind of where we are. But really nice stadium. Now, this stadium, as well as the basketball, the new basketball complex called the Education Cultural Center, are hosting the 2024, although the dates haven't been confirmed, Micronesian Games, which are different than the Pacific Games, which of course, being the greatest sports traveler of all time, I went to in the Solomon Islands in November of this year, 2023. So next year they're supposed to host these Micronesian Games, a much condensed and smaller version of the Pacific Games. Primarily because there's only two hotels on this entire island of Majuro. And so like island of Chuuk in Micronesia, small islands within countries participate only in the Micronesia part of Oceania. And I'll put a listing of that on the bottom of this video versus me listing it verbally here as the wind whips and my hair looks like the crazy scientist from Back to the Future. I'm taking you back to 1955. No, you're not. You're in 2023 on 21 December with me, the GOAT. So, they're trying to get FIFA status here in the Marshall Islands. They're one of the few countries that don't have FIFA status, meaning they can't participate in FIFA competitions. So I'm not sure yet if this field will meet the requirements, but having been to Samoa's football stadium, I think they probably will. So let me give you a quick tour here of the National Football Complex here in Majuro, and then we will call it a day, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see me in the next video. It's quickly here. It's my New England accent for you from Hartford. Feel the beat of Hartford, the beat, the Whalers. Okay, so here is the entrance, ladies and gentlemen. This is the entrance to the complex, and as you can see, it's a multi-use with the track jack. And this is where we were. Down there looks like some sort of a softball complex. Looks like the GOAT's going to have to go down there and explore. And then over here, under construction, as they say. Stuff is under construction. But as you can see, quite a nice complex. Much smaller in size than the National Football Stadium in the Solomon Islands. But nevertheless, very nice. Very nice complex, very nice stadium. So, there you go. A little tour of the National Football Complex here in the Marshall Islands. And the wind is quite vicious. Hope you enjoyed the quick tour. We'll see you in the next video.